Welcome back to AA with John and Kev squared this week. That's kind of nice. We got a Kevin as a guest and a host.
That's right.
That's right. We got
Sick.
Kevin Thomas with us, this week, and Kevin Thomas is a pretty miraculous man. In my mind, he basically kind of brought that kind of entrepreneurial spirit like to New London in my mind, because you don't really know too many New London people. At least I don't. They just kind of started their own thing, coming right out of high school, basically.
The
and
only
just
person
growing.
I can even think of outside of him that's close to our age is like Keithley, and he like made his money first and then just opened his business.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, I don't even really
Yes,
know.
I did what Keithley did for a couple years. I actually technically still do it right now.
The insurance adjusting?
Yeah, with a real company, though, so I'm a staff adjuster. I used to be independent, but I was just over the whole traveling thing. So.
But yeah, I mean, I want to bring up some rumors that I heard about, because you have multiple companies. I mean, from that one you started right out of high school,
Eagle. Yep.
Eagle Property Solutions. Well, that was what it was called, right?
Yeah.
And I heard so many rumors and I don't necessarily know if they're true.
Probably.
But starting with, just how you gain some of your business is like most of the rumors that I heard, that you go to these, people and they would just say something like, well, we have this excavating job or digging like a trench or something. You'd be like, yeah, I could do it. It's no problem.
While I was, mowing lawns, like when I started, I got all that. Well, like prelude to that. So like I started that right after. I was like just came home from the Army, started that, didn't have the money.
Did coming home from the Army, is there any kind of benefit to starting a business that you had that another person
Nope.
your age wouldn't have just because you were in the Army and they weren't?
No, the only benefit I have, like I don't even really consider myself an entrepreneur. I'm a lazy person, so I find the easiest way to pay for the lifestyle that I want to live. That's all.
It's hard. It's hard out here to do
yeah.
that.
So, but yeah, it wasn't easier. It just started from the bottom. It didn't cost me anything. I already had a riding lawnmower and a push lawnmower and a truck, so we started that. But
That's all it takes.
yeah, so like the banks, they kept turning me down because I wanted like these commercial properties and like Target and shit like that. I think you tried to do.
Dude,
what are the Targets?
I was gonna bring that up at some point during that anyway, so we might as well talk about it.
No, so I mean, basically, in short, I was just a yes man. But
We bit off a little more than we could chew.
I always
with
did
Meyer.
That was what I always did. I was just a yes man. But I kept getting turned down. So I told Cody, we bought some neon shirts. We did some. We went up to North Central Ag, bought the zero turn. Well, not bought the zero turns. I was like, hey, I want to test drive. And I would take pictures of Cody on different sides of the building, different angles. She'd be like, oh, this is from this job. Oh, this is from this job. And finally, the third bank was like, all right, yeah, go ahead. You can do our foreclosed homes. But then while we were out there mowing, there would be damages. And then I would call the banks and say, hey, man, you got a leaky roof or something. They'd be like, can you fix that? And I'd be like, I can absolutely fix that.
Of course.
So,
I've been fixing leaky roofs.
yeah. And then they're like, well, there's windows that are broken too. Like, do you do windows? And I'm like, I seal
Listen,
the
buddy,
best windows.
I've been
Like,
doing windows since I was 13.
My
Yeah,
dad
don't even worry
owns
about
a
it.
window manufacturing
Yeah, I
company.
would just and then I would just call contractors. I would get 3 quotes. I would hire the cheapest quote and submit the most expensive quote.
Of course.
Pay that, wouldn't even mark it up, and then just pay the contractor, keep whatever's left over. I mean, we're still managing the property. Nothing illegal happened there, but
No.
yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
And see, I didn't know all the behind the scenes shit like that because when I hopped on, it was mainly we were just mowing for Tommy, I believe his name was, right? Wasn't that the guy? That guy's name?
I think it was. Yeah.
Tommy, and he freaking, and I've had many Tommies in my life since that Tommy,
Right.
but
He
that
sticks
was
out.
that was the Tommy back then for
Yeah.
me, and so we weren't really fixing anything. We were just straight up. They
guys
they
just
sent
mow
us a
guys.
route every morning. Me and
Yeah.
Cody went and mowed it, bro. But
Yeah.
the cool part about that is like I think we did it for like 2. We did that like 2 summers in a row.
Yeah.
and it like was enough for us all 3 to like live happily. You
Yeah,
know what
it
I
was
mean?
fine. And then-
And I know you had like the fucking cable digger on the other
Yeah,
side,
so that
and
was
that's what, I
ideal
think that's where
infrastructure.
John was going to with the rumors and things.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, there was something, where this gentleman had told me, I'm not going to mention his name, was telling these rumors because whatever, and he comes up to me, he's like, Kevin would just do these things where he'd be like, hey, do you have the equipment to dig a trench through my yard to run some cable
that
or
was
something?
the rumor. You already said that.
And and this guy's just like, Kevin would be like, yeah, I mean, I have that equipment, no problem, man. And then
Just go buy a
get
ditch witch, bro.
Go
They're
get
on
the little
Craigslist.
equipment and then just
That's what we did. That was what I had some other employees doing. That stuff was just burying cable for like Spectrum, AT&T, shit like that.
Another question I have for you, if you don't mind, did you have like Austin and Scott working with you as well?
Yeah, they actually
Because
still work for my old partner.
Austin was the main.
That's what I'm curious
partner,
about,
If I
because-
was gonna say like there was like a boss and then like a vice president, like Austin
Yes.
would have been like his like right hand
He
man.
was Austin was actually an officer on my first LLC.
Yeah, and the odd thing is, they're still doing it on an everyday basis, and it's like,
Yeah.
are you
Bro, they
involved?
they make a good living from that shit.
Oh, I know,
It
of
was great
course.
money.
Yeah.
I just actually saw saw that Scott posted something where they dug and buried cable for Nick Merckx, one of the most famous YouTubers there is.
Yeah,
And
we did
Scott-
we did Urban Myers.
I mean, Scott's got his own card shop.
Yeah.
Austin's got his own babysitting service out of his house.
Yeah,
Have you seen his backyard?
It's always full of water though. No.
Dude.
I saw that. I was bummed for him.
He
I'm
will
like,
get
fuck, I hate
the
water.
freaking irrigation worked out, Kevin.
Yeah.
Just leave him alone. On
That's
it.
leading it into another like big rumor, which is the one I was leading up to, is like it was, I guess some sort of ex-partner and there was some bad blood and
I
someone.
wouldn't say it was bad blood. I mean, Ideal Infrastructure was another guy that I ran into. It was actually when I was in the property preservation, and he like wanted to bury cable, and I was like, absolutely, you know. And he taught us. It was just me and Austin, and then we started getting more and more contracts, more and more jobs. So then we hired more people.
It's like Austin's dad,
his
Hayden,
brother.
Scott. It was a lot of dudes doing
G
it.
worked for us for a
Garrett.
while, right before I went to the railroad. But that was pretty much it. So then I want to take a step farther because then we started gaining more traction. We got a lot more contracts. We were a pretty big name in Northern Ohio for burying cable. So I started setting up meetings with the higher ups from all these companies, like so high so that the other my partner, and I say partner, it was his LLC, it was his company. Ideal Infrastructure was his, but
Sure.
I was moving into the partnership role now. So much so that we were flying out to Dallas and talking to executives from AT&T and going to these seminars, whatever, and rubbing shoulders with some important guys to get big contracts. I mean, nationwide in different states. They wanted us to start fiber lashing, which is fibers like glass. It's weird shit. Ariel, you need bucket trucks. And I was like, absolutely, we can. And so,
Always the answer.
No, because at that point, now you just need the equipment and you got more. Yeah.
Hey, buddy, we plan on bulldozing Key Tower in Cleveland. Can you take care of that? You're goddamn
Yes,
right.
that's
I can
what's
knock that
attached.
shit
Yeah, I mean, that was what it was. Like, we were getting X amount of dollars per foot.
How to demolish a building.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like, I would just stay up all night and figure out how to do stuff.
You have no idea the amount of dynamite I got in my basement, buddy.
That's all. Yeah, and then I started calling, like the moment I said yes to the fiber lashing, I was calling contractors in Dayton and asking them if they could do it for X amount of per foot. And they're like, yeah. And then Dallas, headquarters of AT&T would be like, hey, we'd give you like $3 a foot. I would just find contractors do it for $2 a foot or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then just sub it out. But, and then.
It's basically just a broker at this point. You're brokering jobs, and that's
And then,
awesome
Sit on
business.
your ass, make
Yeah.
a couple calls, and you get some money.
That and then so we would just as far as the burying and stuff, we wanted to do extra stuff. I talked to some of the higher ups. I made really good relationships with like AT&T with Spectrum. And
Fuck
they're like, dude, you can
AT&T.
they're like, you can make a lot of money just selling our shit too. So I was like, absolutely, I can sell it. So I became an authorized retailer
Bro,
for DirecTV.
he had a fucking kiosk in the mall. You remember?
Yeah, we had
And-
a kiosk. We had the store in New London.
And that's the thing. I could never just let it be. I had to always go check Kev's shit out, dude. And I went and I hung out with him. We had Chinese. I saw what he was all about. And guess what? It's honestly, you were just a little bit late on setting up a kiosk in the mall. Go
yeah.
Wireless, the company that I work for, like the CEO's name, Kevin Cubed. His name's Kevin Elder.
Yeah.
And he started with kiosks in the mall, and now he's got to Go Wireless on every little town across Ohio and other states. You know what I mean? It's a part of the Big Six, which is the 6 premium authorized retailers that are allowed to sell Verizon products.
Yeah, we became an authorized retailer. So I did a lot of classes, a lot of certifications.
You even had that building in New London for a minute. You were really about to do it.
DirecTV, AT&T cell phones, Windstream, CenturyLink, everything for internet, phone,
Telecommunications.
Yeah, every telecommunications
one-stop
within
shop.
Ohio, we were authorized retailer for. So
you would have been my competition straight up.
Yeah, I even created a website that I could type in your zip code and it would filter all the open options. So like the people out in the country, only via satellite internet would work. So I would just offer them that. But if I typed in something in town, I could offer you Spectrum or Viasat. And
did you commission somebody to make the website, or did you do it yourself?
No, it was just simple coding, but it was basically
like on Dreamweaver.
No.
Did you use like a simple software for building a website or no?
Yeah, it was just Wix, and then there was a hyperlink to that.
Oh, gotcha.
And it would tell me what was available. But
it was basically like a shortcut.
It's
like,
almost a
thing on your
plug-in search
phone.
engine, kind of. You build a website and have like this kind of plug-in search engine, but you add specific coding to it.
Right.
But yeah, basically, so what that falling out was I just have different ideas. But No ill blood. I mean, I don't think there's bad blood. I mean, maybe he does. I don't give a fuck, but like, it doesn't bother me.
That's one thing about Kev. He never gave a fuck.
That's why I wanted to see if some of those rumors were like false, because I heard this rumor that somebody like just screwed you over and ran off with all just copious amounts of money, and it's like, that's fucking.
It was
horrible.
more of an like opportunity that it was sad to see go.
And just like kind of the contracts that were gained, in the relationships that I built, I just walked away from everything. So I lost on that.
He got the short end of the stick of the amount of
but I
grew the business personally, and how much like of the pie he got of it.
Yeah, see, I'm not really pressed for that though, because the original owner, like, he started the company, so I'm not pressed to like take anything of his. And I'm really not even pressed for the money that I lost out on. It was more of my time and like what I was trying to build.
Absolutely.
Because then we just had different ideas too. Like, he wanted the sales business to just pop off overnight, and we were like less than 60 days into it. I'm like, yo, we got to chill and start building something. Because then the residuals come in, and
it's so hard.
He just wanted now. So I was just, we just had different ideas. But he was a great guy. I learned a lot from him, even from business, and like morally stuff. I mean, he's.
What a lot of people don't understand today, too, especially when it comes to sales building, it's not the same as it used to be. And when it comes to building sales, sure, you can get on the phone and you can call and you can make sales, that's whatever. Mm-hmm. But the number one thing I believe in building a business and, your brand is simply that. It's brand awareness. It's the simple idea of starting a website, getting word of mouth from people, and then building that brand based on whether you network, like you were saying, going to Dallas, and then just getting your name out there, and how you represent and build that brand off of its credibility is far different. Just like running a simple search engine optimization, scheme to, like, for Google.
It's just crazy, dude, to think about if we were trying to do the same shit as our parents, and you say search engine optimization to our parents at our age, and they're gonna fucking be like, get out of my house, crackhead.
that is the number one way to grow a business right now, is a search engine optimization campaign.
No, I'm saying
I have a receipt in the GMC right now. I just paid $225 to Google to wash
for Horts.
Yeah, because it still says Old Camp Street Tavern.
$250.
And the only way to fuck with that is, they send you like a little PIN code, and then you have to verify, I don't want Old Camp Street Tavern.
And that's what's
anymore.
crazy about Google. They're like, hey, you want to get searched? Cut us a check, motherfucker.
I did the same thing for Air C and Oberlin to get them, mapped out on Google, and ran an SEO campaign and built that business like crazy.
Yeah, and it's
blew
good,
up.
but I gotta wait.
That's crazy. You want to come up when somebody types that in? Cut us a check.
But yeah, I mean,
dude, fucking Google, genius.
People always say, you can go to business school 4 years ago, and they'll probably tell you the number one rule in business is know your market. I call bullshit. Yeah. It is important. Don't get me wrong. You want to know your market, what you want to sell, but it's absolutely building your brand 100%. And having people know your brand and say, that's the person I want to call. Second to that is SEO. You want to search on Google, and that first one to pop up, other than the ads, because who clicks on the fucking ads? Yeah. You want to be the first one to pop up. That's my guy right there.
You have to build a culture around something. That's the good one. That's the cool thing to do. That's the, you know what I mean? Like for me, that's what that Kevin Elder guy that started the company that I work for. I don't have to make sales. People come in because they need a new phone, and I'm gonna get it for you, and then I'm gonna sell you up on every single thing. Right. We're gonna cut your bill down so we can even it out on these things that I can make money on this month. You know what I mean? So, and it's just like what you guys do is on a different level than the sales because you're like selling freaking salt to a slug almost.
But ultimately,
mine's
not
easy.
Just speaking too much about the old business, but you got this new business coming out.
That's what I want to know is I want to know
which one, the bar,
just a quick quick like summarization from when we left off, as far as business goes, you and I, when, the lawn mowing thing, after good old Steve, because that's the thing. After we didn't have the contract that we had anymore, we just got back on Craigslist and did it another summer through that Steve guy, remember? Yeah. And it's still, you didn't make as much off it, but it still I made the same amount of money, and he's got a little kickback off it. Basically, I was like renting the equipment from Kevin at that point and just doing it, but...
that's how I've gotten where I've got today. Like, the culture I build is employees come first. You've got to treat them
straight up
amazing. Like, Richard Branson is like probably one of my favorite mentors.
Spaceman.
Yeah, he you got to pay and train your employees well enough so that they can leave you, but treat them well enough to where they don't want to. So even like with the bar right now, like we slayed it out Saturday. I'll go into what happened from Friday to Saturday before they opened. There's no way anyone else could have pulled it off, and I didn't pull it off. It was my staff. But
did you have video? Like, do you have any documentation of it, or you just will have to just have to have actors reenact it later to tell the story?
What happened? No, I have videos of actually what happened Friday. It was fucked up, but what was your original question or whatever about?
No, I was gonna say from when we stopped with the lawn mowing, when that finally died, and then what did you do from that then, and then what happened that led you to finally deciding that you're going to buy and open a bar?
So yeah, I went to like independent insurance adjusting, just like Keith did. Like I stopped by Keith's house, sat with him for like a day or two or something. He went over like what he does, how he does it. So then I just did the same thing. Did that for a while. Got my real estate license. Sold real estate for a while.
I remember that. I remember I even, for whatever reason, one time I rode around with you one day and went to your office. I forget what the hell I was with you for. But
Yeah.
I actually considered doing that, getting my real estate license.
his name was up on the leaderboards. He wasn't bullshitting.
Yeah, and then I just got bored of that, stopped doing that. Like, my problem is, like, once I get to do something that I think, like, man, that's going to be hard, I just research, get the licenses, go to the school, whatever for it. And then once I, like, exceed at it, I'm just like, this is over.
Yeah.
So,
Just like World of Warcraft, like any video game. Like it's
anything,
like,
anything, COD, everything.
Yeah.
So with the real estate, that was like 6 months, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty bored. I started bird dogging for some investors. Bird dogging is just like walking around, finding, houses with tall grass or broken windows, going to the auditor site, figuring out who owns it, going to the white pages, figuring out who owns it, call them, say, hey, how much for your house? That's when you see those abandoned.
I know you ain't taking care of it. I know you want somebody to take it off your hands.
It's basically
like
the
that.
more sophisticated version of those signs you see on telephone poles that say, we buy houses.
Yeah.
Those are bandit signs. Yep, those are bandit signs. I put up bandit signs, and then I would flip that contract. I'd find people and they're like, "Oh, it's my mom. She died." I'm like, "That sucks."
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, "That's fucked up. How much?" And
So sorry, how much? Will you sell me your house though?
Yeah, I even got so addicted to the point I was just following the obituaries and anyone that was reading. Yeah, I swear to God, they called us ambulance chasers. I would call them before they put them in the ground. I'd be like, "Hey, man, I heard Martha died on Thursday.
That's
What's going on with the house?" Absolutely. Absolutely, I would.
Okay, eventually that got boring though.
Yeah, so then I'd met some, pretty wealthy people, and they took me on another path. What did I do after that?
I remember you were talking about the rental, like where they would rent like planes and cars to people and shit.
So that was Drive 30. We got in that. That's when I think it's my Instagram photo still, but I got into some guys. That was when I was still doing real estate. Now I had a chance to get into those guys. I should have. Looking back in hindsight, money's not important to me though. Like that's what I stress to people. The reason I bought a bar at 27 was money's not important. Having a successful business is important to me. Leaving a legacy or generational wealth is important to me. But
already you can just tell how everybody that you come in contact with, it rubs off on them. I'm just saying, Scotty.
No, I think it's vice versa. Like a lot of people give me credit for that. It's vice versa. Anyone that I surround myself with, I'm a sponge and I'll soak up and I'll become like
mutual.
Just as good as you.
Certainly
just
mutual.
as good as you, if not better.
I'm with him on the second
Because
part.
I want to say I don't want to give you all the credit for me being the man I am today, but I'm just saying I was working for you at a big transitional point in my life where it was gonna either be me turning stuff around or me not doing that.
I mean, I want to piggyback off of that too. Every convention that I went to for hazmat, I would surround myself with the oldest of the old in that business, and I would just soak in absolutely everything they knew, just to make me better. And that I take that. Because I'm very good at what I do. I know my job to the T, but there's some guys that have been in this business for so long that have, done spin-off businesses just on their knowledge, whether it be consulting, whatever the case may be. So I'll just surround myself with these guys and just start talking to them and just getting to know everything I can that they know, because that's the way it should be. It's wild. I agree 100%. Surround yourself with those people that you just know what they're doing and learn everything from them and say, yeah, I'm going to do this better than you. Yeah. Exactly.
That's 100% true. I mean, I was at Dan Pena or whatever, or I don't know, maybe it was Morgan Wallen or Denzel Washington, but they're like, yo, if you hang out with, 4 idiots, I'll show you the 5th one. You hang out with like 4 drunks, you'll be the 5th one.
Mm-hmm.
4 drug addicts, you'll be the 5th one. You hang out with 4 business owners, you'll be the 5th one. It's, it's all who you surround yourself with.
Yeah,
and that doesn't mean like, a random Friday night, we all kick it or something. Like I kick it with some weirdos, because I still hang out with some sketchy people. But outside of that, though, I'm emailing and calling and talking to people every day about, business and shit like that.
For sure.
That's just kind of my mantra. But, I don't think I rub off on anyone, because I'm only 27. Well, I guess I just turned 28 like 2 weeks ago. But it's the other way around, man. Like, I'm just a sponge, and I'm very observant. And, like, whatever someone tells me, and it's a cocky, conceited 27 or 28-year-old in me, but I'm trying to do it better than them. And the moment I do it, I'm like, okay, I'm accomplished. Now, with the bar and restaurant, though, that's been my passion. I like having a good time. I like being everyone's friend, and, finding that approval from everyone to be the cool guy. So this has been my end goal. I just got there a lot faster than I thought I was.
So lead me there, because we're still at real estate. I need to get. How did you fucking end up?
Yeah,
doing
real estate bird dogging. did some excavating for a while, or not excavating. I guess it was like union work. And then what else did I do? I was big into stocks for a while. I flipped those. That was pretty much it. And then I got with Geico just to collect my thoughts and kind of wait.
So you did a regular grind for a regular guy just to reset for a second.
Yeah. Geico's sick though because it's still independent insurance.
So you don't have to wake up and do shit every single day if you don't want to.
No, I'm home every day by 11 or noon. I get paid way overpaid salary, company car, make my own schedule. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
What kind of schooling do you have to go to be an insurance adjuster?
It's 3 months through Geico.
What is it, $2,000 in 3 months?
For what?
To pay for it and to do it.
You don't pay for anything.
I would say Geico would probably.
So what? Geico's just hiring people off the streets and saying we'll train you?
No, so I had a resume on Indeed, that I had independent insurance adjusting, but that's really not why they hired me. Honestly, that's actually my biggest gamble, and I regret doing it now, but it worked out. I wanted to go with Geico because they paid more, and it was just better benefits, better reviews on Glassdoor. And Progressive called me, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know." And then Geico called me, and I was like, "Yo, I have a application into Progressive. They gave me an offer. I need you guys to give me an offer in a week."
Was that a lie?
Oh yeah, Progressive didn't even call me back.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
you got to though.
And they didn't call, and they were like, "Whoa, yeah, we should know." Probably in 2 or 3 weeks. I'm like, "Hey, I appreciate it. I want to work for Geico. I'm telling you, I have the credentials. I want to be honest with you. I only have until Friday to give Progressive an answer." And the next day, my supervisor now, hopefully he's not listening, my manager now called me, and they're like, "Hey, could you come in tomorrow for an interview?" I was like, "Absolutely, I can." And then so we did that, and then fast forward.
That's the cool thing about this podcast is it'll be fun to look back on after we all get where we're going. But right now, it's not going to fuck anybody's life up.
No.
Mike P was big time worried, dude, and I was because I was just saying because I work at the same company as him, and I was saying people's names, and we were just his wife was saying things about sucking dick and stuff. I don't remember the whole thing, but he was worried, and I was like, I'll edit some of the stuff out.
Well, let's just unpack our biggest stories about Mike P. On this one, that was not his fault.
You can't do that.
We'll just go around the table until it gets really uncomfortable.
Well, no, I'm already there.
Are you? Oh shit!
Just for Mike P's sake, yes.
But what did you say though specifically? Let's bring that up again.
What was it?
Just kidding.
I just know that we played a game, the wedding, what's it called, the newlywed game, because we had Chelsea and Kevin there, and then Mike and Candy. So we just played this game, and
dude, the first season is gold. I really wish we could have had video for the first season. I did not listen
to this one.
And the last question, it was a tiebreaker question. I said, "What is?" Because they were answering for. What was it? It was you guys were answering for them, or they were answering for you, or something like that. And it's what is your spouse best at? And Candy wrote on her board, sucking cock.
Because she was guessing that's what Michael was gonna guess.
Yeah.
She gave good head.
It wasn't that.
She wrote sucking dick.
That's not what he put.
Did he get it right though?
No, I think he said something like sweet.
Gentle and nice. Yeah, he said something all super gentle and nice, and it was funny as hell though.
Dude,
it really was. But that's
bad.
probably why you didn't listen, bro. The analytics of this type of shit is really interesting. So I had an artist that was drawing. You see these two portraits? I had an artist that was drawing art for every single one of our episodes, and he stopped on the Mike and Candy episodes. He just said, "I haven't been inspired to draw lately," and then I just got lazy and didn't figure out who else I wanted to pick it up for me. But it's
I love that though. I love that idea. That's super smart.
Yeah, it's dope. And it's the pilot episode, and it's a jet.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of good ideas going, and unfortunately, we just kind of lost.
It's okay though because it is this. Look what we're doing, bro. You know what I mean? We're doing it. That's all that matters. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway,
but I wanted to go back to the bar. That's the number one thing I want to talk about. Because
I want to get there though. I
got a question. What
Shut your fucking mouth, Kevin.
Okay,
what is the actual idea for the bar? Is it sports bar, bar and grill?
No,
Horts.
Horts. All right.
Come on, baby. It's just Horts.
Oh, so that's all we're saying is just the name of it?
Yeah, no. So Horts is it's
that's
actually
the brand.
I know that.
So that's a word that I just came up with a couple years ago.
It's gonna catch
my
on.
wife and her friend, her family. We go to Put-in-Bay every year. So
it's gonna be
me,
a fucking Horts in
Matthews,
Vegas.
Dane Matthews, her younger cousins. I actually made it as a play on words, gangsters or whatever. They're like, "Oh, let's go Hort." It was a play on words on hard, the word hard.
Damn, we go Matt Hort out here.
Yeah. When we're drinking, we go Hort. So then we created this Hort Day. We created Hort Day in 2016 at Put-in-Bay because the whole family goes every year for a whole week. And Hort Day, we wake up, we play 9 holes of golf. It's a chipping course. It takes an hour to do.
Love it.
But it's beer hole. And then you go on to drink as many beers as you can all day. shots, like
Who
everything.
wins? Charlie.
I do. I swear to God, no. Every
Who
day.
comes in second?
Usually Daedric.
Dang.
Yeah, but so like the first year we did, I had like 37 beers before I tapped out, and it was just like we're like, okay, hey, so every year we try to get better and better. But it's called Hort Day, so it's like family. But also Hort, the Urban Dictionary is it's something in
to do
between.
with a pig,
I was
right?
gonna say something sexual.
No, it's something in between a hobby and a sport when you don't know what the
nice.
fuck it is.
Like disc golf.
Like beer pong,
Okay.
flip cup, drinking games, you know,
Disc
shit like
Horts.
that. What?
This fucking awesome sport called
Yeah.
spike ball that I love watching.
Yeah,
Podcast.
spike ball. Like Gilk and I play the fuck out of spike ball.
love spike
yeah,
ball.
we love spike ball.
I've
Like,
seen people
Yeah,
play it.
yeah, spike ball's fun. But yeah, so that's where the name comes from. Hort. It's because I don't want to be branded as anything. Because the moment I'm a sports bar, I'm immediately compared to every other sports bar. I want to be
B-dubs is
compared
hard
to
to
every other
compete
Hort
with,
bar.
baby.
Which my lawyer, shout out to Michelle Smith from Sandusky, she is fucking awesome. Because I ask her the most retarded questions a 27-year-old would ask a lawyer that's opening a bar. Beer pong tournaments, all this shit, and she just ran down a list. It was like 2 pages of Microsoft documents, like what we can do there legally, what we can't. We can't do beer darts for liability reasons.
Damn, that's crazy as fuck. How does?
But yeah, we can do-
You have to be like a military organization to do that.
Well,
I don't-
ultimately,
dude,
do
I
you
don't
know
want
what?
any
Do
more
you,
of that.
do you know beer darts?
I'm gonna finish it now though, but yeah, beer
yeah,
darts.
I played it, but I'm just saying, like,
Catch one of those with a foot, man.
Yeah, I got a photo of mine doing it at my Dad Day party. I don't know if you guys saw my Dad Day
Yeah, I
party.
did.
Yeah, I took one to the foot there, but yeah. So I was like beer pong tournament. She said, yeah, cornhole. We can do flip cup. We can't do murder ball for liability reasons. You can't have people sprinting back and forth to
you're talking about moving the tables out of the way and playing this shit in the bar.
Yeah, we already have rooms for it.
Wait,
Yeah, the bar's 3,000 square feet.
This
Holy
is
shit.
This is exactly
Yeah.
what I was going to bring up too, because of course you don't need advice.
so
on
it's
what-
hobby sports.
Jesus Christ,
in
Kevin,
Horts.
shut the fuck
It's,
up.
yeah, it's hobby and sports. Like when you don't know what the fuck it is. Like we're not a sports bar. We're a
Kevin,
young.
this is going to be
Yeah,
huge.
that's why my staff is fucking.
You're gonna have
awesome.
trampoline parks and shit.
Well, I don't know about trampolines. I can't afford a trampoline, but
Just wait.
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I mean, just the idea of how unique the bar is. I mean, when you have these kind of events and like you guys are going crazy with these different hobbies or sports, just get TikTok videos and put them out there.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to start up
And
now.
that's where because I was just about to say, how hard is it gonna be to keep this thing alive? Like if it's not, you know what I mean, financially, I'm sure I saw what you were offering as far as be my employee, I will treat you right.
Yeah, nobody hires more. Or
I'm not kidding.
Pays more than me.
Work-
To make
with
right
fucking-
on, be able to make right on that, there's a reason why nobody else pays that much, Kevin.
Yeah.
It's because it's hard to fucking keep the doors open if you
Yep.
pay them a lot of money.
I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Work with Trenton Shepard to open or make a fucking TikTok page specifically for that bar, dude. and,
Well, he's
like-
my tenant. He rents from me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's really good at editing videos from what I've seen.
Did you see that video of Charlie going viral?
Oh yeah,
I heard
yeah.
about
That's
it.
my father. That's my hand. And then Tim the Tap Man did something. He's like, the funniest part about this is like, look at this guy though. He wants to be a part of it so bad. And like that was me. I'm like, that's my favorite streamer.
Yeah,
Just
Tim the
fucking
Tap Man's
roast me.
beast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you can
You're
create
only
those
one person
those kind
away.
of unique things you're doing in your bar,
Yeah.
that as well on TikTok, something goes viral and then boom, that's brand awareness like you wouldn't believe. Especially TikTok is the most ridiculous fucking platform in the world.
yeah.
But
You have to make
as
Horts
unique
go
as your
viral.
bar is, I think it will take off.
Yeah, because we're gonna
The
do weird
food
shit. Like
looks fire.
even the red dude. Honestly, the food was great.
Did you
I'm gonna
make
go into the
sure
story
to
about-
overprice everything?
No, absolutely not.
You
Because
should.
I know, and we had a conversation about that today. Because of the atmosphere, like people are like,
You wanna
I don't
set the
have to
tone.
be competitive with my prices to get people in my door because like people are just gonna come in my door. So we had that conversation today, but ultimately at the end of the day, I don't need to get rich off of someone's chicken tender basket.
Right.
I want to build that culture.
You
want to
have 3 Horts, 4 Horts, 5
yeah,
Horts.
yeah. And I'm actually in some like proprietary shit to start a brand, and anyone can like fuck with me right now. It's already in the lawyer's office, so you can't beat me to it now. But building a brand to sell beer drinking games to code, like beer pong tables, Beersby tables, all
You mean
that
like a
that are Horts,
professional-
that are
Oh.
Horts stamped, like to code, like to spec, because everyone's
And that'll
like,
be the new standard.
yeah, like they're like, oh, is that a horse table? You know,
Yeah.
whatever. Like that's what I'm trying to go for.
Oh,
like
okay,
every
so
drinking game.
You're kind of patenting these things.
Like Horts. I'm trying to patent
honestly,
Horts.
when
Yes,
we're trying
yes,
to play
yes,
beer
yes, yes.
pong, there's no like, dog, you don't have a
Well,
Nike beer pong table. There's
Yeah,
nothing like that. There's
Somebody has a
nothing,
table, and like if someone
course, I
had
know what
like
you're
someone
talking
whips
about,
out like a Horts Beersby, they'll know it's that tall. They'll know it's the same specs.
right, and it'll be fair because we play on this fucking table every
Yeah,
time.
when we play Flip Cup, like the Horts cups are going to be regulation, so you know how to pour your drink because everyone fights in Flip Cup. They're like, pour more shit in that. That's not full or
Flip
whatever.
cup is intense.
Yeah, so it's like stuff like that. But anyway, Yeah, that's the brand, the culture we're trying to. Am I talking really loud?
No, it's perfect. Absolutely
You're
perfect.
fine. You're perfect.
But yeah, that's one of the
some weed?
That's one of the coolest fucking ideas I've heard. That is awesome. So where's the bar located? Is it on?
It's in the
Sandusky.
hood.
Yeah, it's on Camp Street, so it's on that dark place in Lion King. You're not supposed to go to.
He's trying to gentrify.
No, man. So like right now, it was a private club, which is probably why I got the post-COVID special. It closed after 2 years.
After 2 years, I'm saying, Kev,
it was a private club. It was just old white retired people.
You're on an NBA court. You're about 3 steps behind 3-point with this shot you're taking. But I know you're gonna drain it.
Yeah,
you're gonna bank it. It's gonna bank and go right.
I'm telling you right now, like, I won't fail, and it will be a marketable bar. It's not gonna happen. 86% of bar owners fail in their first year.
That's what I'm saying.
After the first year, though, 72% of those guys fail.
Nobody's in your face. It's a wide open shot, but you're about 2 or 3 steps behind the 3-point line.
Which is why the reason I was asking what kind of beer or what kind of bar you were going for, because they follow that logic of I want to be a sports bar, which absolutely fucking ruins them because they can't compete.
Dude, if we're drinking and playing games in there and you've got a lawyer to already sign off on this type of shit, then it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, so I had to join a charity. I got my bingo license. That's what you need.
Why did you say charity with your eyes rolled?
Because it's like I just fucking hate charities, man. Like, get your own money.
Like fucking St. Jude, dude, grow the fuck up.
Grow up. Stop being sick. Jesus Christ.
It's true.
Oh, shout out to the dudes at St. Jude's. But
Absolutely.
No, like,
the dudes at St. Jude's.
Yeah, the chicks, fuck them. No, I'm just kidding. No, shout out to the chicks at St. Jude's. No, but...
the chicks at St. Dick's.
She even, she told me everything about, like, money. So I was like, okay, $20 a head, or, like, per team. I was like, okay, and, like, maybe the house takes half, and, like, the winners take half. She said, absolutely not, because then you're gambling. So...
It's got to be like
it's got to be
a clear thing where the store is making money off this and everybody's aware.
No, we can't do that at all. It doesn't matter. I can't even advertise like, yo, we get the money. We cannot take the money. We can't take the money. It's just called a skilled game. Can't do it. So all I can do is get a bingo license. The bingo license allows for pool tabs. So I have pool tabs.
Yeah. Basically
what I do is I went to Perkin Athletic. Like, this is how far I take every business. I'll actually rewind. I'll actually rewind. The guy that I bought the bar from is a single guy. He's 77. He has no wife, no kids. So this is the last business he's going to sell. Okay, I'll just put it that way. While this transaction was happening, I made sure that he brought his will and his trust into my lawyer's office to make sure that if he croaks before the sale of this, she can't take the building. The sale has to go through. And all that shit.
So that it was marked in his will that
they made an amendment.
Yes.
That's how close I'll cover my assets. So as far as the lawyer goes, though, what was I starting off with that? What did I say before that guy? Before the guy's comment?
Well, I just know that it was the last business he was going to sell, and then
I'm not the one you want to ask, homeboy. I smoke weed.
But yeah, I mean that's how close I manage my businesses. But as far as the gambling goes, this is how far I go. So the bingo license is for the pool tabs. This is how far I go to make sure my businesses are successful. I did some research on pool tabs in Sandusky in Erie County. Perkins Athletic Boosters has the highest paid. So they buy the pool tabs from a factory that prints the pool tabs. Mm-hmm. They probably pay $300, $500 for it. I pay $1,160 for that box. After everything's said and done and all the tickets are sold, I make like $1,500. So I only make like $200 or $300. But the guys playing pool tabs are drinking beer, eating food, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I did the research to what's going to bring in more customers. What are the best pool tabs in these counties?
What people are looking for.
Perkins has up to $600 winners. The other pool tabs, like in downtown,
up to like 250,
$300.
Yeah.
So I made sure I had the best pool tabs.
So people that are looking, people who are hardcore gamblers,
they're gonna be like, oh, they got the $600 winners.
We're going in here.
Yeah, they got the $600 winners.
And guess what? They got a fucking dope ass Horts burger that tastes good as fuck.
The Horts burger does go hard.
No, dude, I'm saying your snap story when you were number one, the first one I noticed that when you were documenting this whole thing, when you're fucking talking to that security salesman.
Oh yeah,
did you see that?
I did not.
I've been doing a lot of documentaries on like
he sets up a camera on a tripod just like I have right
here.
Like it vlogging? Seems like I don't know how he recorded it so good. He must have been blatantly setting up to record while he was talking to this guy, not giving a fuck if he noticed or not.
Give a fuck.
And he started recording, and he's like, "So you're telling me that if your guy fucks up installing this and somebody breaks into my bar and steals everything, fucking vandalizes it, ransacks the whole place, that you guys aren't liable, and I'm just supposed to trust that your installment man is good.
Yeah, he's
and fucking the guy's like stuttering over his words.
Yeah.
Terrible salesman. Because as a salesman, your only job is to make them feel comfortable and make them feel stupid for feeling unsafe. You know what I mean? You're just supposed to be like, bro, trust me, my guys aren't going to fuck up. You could watch him the whole time. He could have made you feel comfortable and put it right to bed, but he started stuttering, and you're like, come back to me when your lawyer has made an amendment to the contract where that's not in
I
there.
even said that. I was like, we'll talk to John and we'll make an amendment. I mean, that's...
and like it's real because you can hear this guy in the background fucking like fumbling over his words. Like, damn, bro, this is a hard sell.
Yeah, my employees would vouch. I mean, I at 27, like a lot of people have tried to take advantage of me so far over the bar. I mean,
how much do you feel liable? Not necessarily liable, but does it worry you on the actual liability that comes with bars? Because some bars are just so fucking liable for destruction.
You got fights,
of course, there's
liquor.
business insurances but I mean, it's a fucking bars can be so risky.
That's kind of the bartender thing, right? You got to have a bartender that can know when to stop serving.
Yeah,
certain
you can
folks.
I mean, if anyone leaves my bar and they drive and they kill somebody on the way home, it's absolutely my fault.
A massive
Is that
lawsuit.
a real legal thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
They'll shut your shit down quick.
I didn't know that.
Doesn't matter if you've had 2 drinks and then you just got into like a negligent accident.
Yeah,
that would have happened whether you drank or not. It doesn't matter. If the circumstances apply.
You're we're helmed up, but like my cameras will show like dude walked out just fine, got his keys first try.
You could have a claim. You could have a fight in court with your lawyer from Sandusky.
Like Nick, he owned Wonder Bar and Sandbar. He's the one that killed that Norwalk girl.
Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say his last name.
Yeah, don't leave that out.
Oh, I just don't know.
But yeah. The young chick passed away in that accident from Norwalk, and her mom was in critical condition forever. But he owns the bars. He owned the Wonder Bar and Sandbar, and same concept. Like it was trying to fall back on his insurance. Yeah, I actually had to run that scene. Like because I am also a fatality adjuster for Geico, and that young girl and her mom was our customer, so I had to go see that car. But he was liable, you know?
Yeah, you got to understand, when you're the one serving alcohol at your establishment, you are absolutely liable.
Sorry, the golf course was, because he came from a golf outing. I'm sorry, not Nick and his bars, but he was a bar owner. He came from a golf outing. So they were trying to put it on the golf course.
We were just in Vegas, and we went to a really nice golf course, and I was astounded that they just sell you like 6 White Claws and let you take off in that golf cart and don't fucking care how drunk you are.
Oh, Vegas is cool, man. It's you can smoke indoors, drink outdoors.
Well, you can smoke cigarettes everywhere. Weed is legal there, but technically you're not supposed to smoke it anywhere on casino grounds, which is totally stupid. But there's people like in the halls, like before you get to the casino and like halfway to the door, that were just like lighting up blunts in the hotel though.
Do you know why you feel so good in the casino? So you know they pump oxygen in
those
bitches? Yeah. And then like the oxygen bars, that was fucking crazy, guys.
I'm never gonna go back to Vegas until I become a millionaire.
Why?
Because they know what the fuck they're doing.
But the only reason I brought up the liability thing is because I'm not going to mention the bar or the people that were there, but there's a bar in Elyria. There was a gentleman that got too drunk and got into a fight, and he was a very big guy. Mm-hmm. And he punched this little dude so hard he had a seizure and actually gave him brain damage. And his family sued this bar. In 2 months, it was fucking bankrupt, sold, and flipped quick.
And that's where your servers have to cut that big man off.
And that family right now, I'm telling you, is probably worth absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh, because they squandered it?
It's just literally, that bar was responsible for giving somebody fucking brain damage.
Right.
And their family went after him like it was nobody's business, man. They took him down.
Yeah, it's over-serving. That's on us. But that comes back to the prelude, man. Like, shout out to my customers, but my customers do not come first. They're not even top 3. My employees come first.
Yep.
Now, the customers come first to my employees. That's part of my employees, but...
just to have a hell of a bouncer. Yeah, can just grab.
It's not even that, man. It's like if I treat my my employees good, they're gonna know when it's over serving time.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
That's a trust I have to put.
They're gonna care more about what Kevin thinks than what this drunk ass man wanting a shot thinks.
Well, I told them ultimately, like I said, it's our bar. You know, like I do the sign on bonuses, but I also do nightly bonuses. Like if we pop off, shit's busy as fuck. It's weird. You know, if I grossed.
If you came up hard on a night, you're going to share the love.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've told them all that. You know, if we make X amount of dollars, and that's like double what we would have on a Friday or Saturday night, or like we will be, but like Super Bowl Sunday or like the Ohio State Michigan game, and it's just like fucked up.
I can't wait.
I will take 50% of the net sales that night and just distribute it between everyone working there, because if I walk in on a Tuesday and I get a check from my boss for like $300-$400 extra, and I did not expect that, I'm going to kill for that guy.
And this right here is where exercising patience is going to turn this into a global thing. You're going to have fucking Horts in Shanghai because of this fucking attitude that you have.
Yeah, dude, I already got guys that's just blowing me up now, and I'm like, dude, I'm already past the hiring process. I got people waiting for me, and everyone else is like hiring now, wanting. I'm actually turning people away right now to hire.
That's
because
good.
of that's like the. But I told them all, talk is cheap. So like, and I hope I know she's
Did you
listen.
hold
I know
like
she's
a
gonna listen.
scrutinous interview process with everybody?
No, I mean it's pretty chilled. It's pretty laid back. I mean, like my thing is like there's 2 ways to get fired. If you steal from me, like I don't do second chances. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Fucking Jimmy died and I was hard up. I made a mistake. I don't do second chances. There's only 2 ways to get fired though. You steal from me, because if you steal from me, my profits are lower. So now that's less of a bonus that everyone else gets.
Yeah, you're fucking everybody.
2, you kill the vibe. That's it. I don't care if you're late every day. It doesn't matter. But your other bartender's going to be pissed off because
if
you're
you're
late.
killing the vibe.
And that's going to be you killing the vibe, so now you're
If you
fired.
have the personality that the other bartender's like, oh, it's just her, she's late
Yeah.
again, then you're not killing the vibe, and it's cool.
It's killing the vibe, that's it. If you're motherfucking my bar staff or something, or the cooks, because shit got weird, that's it, though. But yeah, I mean, just after the soft open, it really opened up some doors. We were like, Jesus Christ. Because
did it go way better than you expected?
It went so well. It went better. So the old owner came, and he said, in our busiest of nights ever, I've never seen this bar half as full as this.
Yeah, good.
And he's had it for 2 years.
Yeah, he had it for 2 years.
So at least in the last 2 years, you fucking popped that bitch off. Now, that's not saying that much because when you put it on Facebook, everybody's invited and it's a brand new bar.
I would still say like
new.
25% of my people that said they were coming came.
What would you say
the
the total head count was for that night?
Oh, shit, all night? I mean, at least a couple hundred. I mean, I had to kick out like, my own family and shit. I was like, hey, like they were almost done with their meal. And it was just because it was my family. I was like, hey, let these people, I didn't know who they were.
If I was there, if I showed up, I would have wanted to sit at my table until you were shutting the door, and like I would have wanted to, you know what I mean?
Fucking crazy. And I texted all my employees the next day, paid them all like really well.
On a group text or personally each?
Each.
That's very important.
Yeah, to like specifically what they do. Like I had one girl that's never bartended or served before. I prepped her up. We trained a little bit.
She did good.
Killed it, man. South Bar was packed, and on the South Bar, she just like just handled business, man. I'm telling you. It's all about how you treat people because those guys knew it was fucked up. Okay, so just to be real quick, Friday night, like midnight, I had a hose pop. You know those hose, the guns where you squirt your fucking
beer?
mixtures
or
and
anything.
drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the draft went down too. There was a crack in the pump, and the CO2 pressure
You've already seen all these shit that's going to happen on a frequent basis.
It exploded. I had 2 inches of Diet Coke and Coke all around my bar, 2,900 square foot. Went through product like crazy.
God.
I was calling Multiflow. I even said, I was like, there's going to be hellfire on Monday. Like, I'm taking you to court. I will fucking own Multiflow. I was completely sober. I knew I'd win that fight because like he couldn't send a
the
tech
fact
out.
that you said I was completely sober,
yeah, dude,
tells me
I was.
that you're drunk right now.
Yeah, dude, I was.
You don't have to state that. I would assume you were sober.
I don't get mad. I can control everything.
No, dude.
But our soft open was less than 12 hours away. I was like,
did you get it cleaned up?
Yeah, we got cleaned up. I had a tech out there that morning. I called an emergency plumber to come out. We took all the CO2 out. Beer taps went down. And then my point of sale guy. He dropped the ball. He was trying to fuck around with the tablet.
Point of sale guy.
Yeah.
The guy
so
who's setting up your tablets to like check
POS
up your
system.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, POS.
But not the guy who's working for you, but the guy who's setting the shit up for your employees.
Yeah, if I had a problem with an employee ever, you would never know about it. I would never tell anybody.
That's awesome.
I would only tell that person. But yeah, my point of sale guy, he wanted to do something with a tablet or something. He wiped my fucking router like an hour before we were opening. So for the first hour and a half, everything was free. I lost thousands of dollars in retail.
On the open?
Yeah.
Fuck. How was it so close that it was that?
Because he's just fucking up. And then when he shut down the Wi-Fi, because he shut down the router, I had no jukebox.
So you told everybody in the
no lottery, no ATM,
no,
nothing.
That's the whole bar.
Everyone just walking in. So then I looked at my staff and I said, listen, we can't shut down the soft open. It's too late.
Too fucking late.
So I found some shit, blew some dust off of those old
Did you
green
get
guest chicks.
Bluetooth speakers?
Nothing.
No music?
We made changes. I put like $40 into the jukebox machine and auxed it into the speaker system that I have. So we had music like
that was the most important first fix because that's going to kill the whole dynamic if there's not at least some background music.
After about an hour, I had music. But I said everyone's free. Every tab's free. We can't do anything. It doesn't matter. I said let's just train this.
And then eventually you started charging.
Everybody, like halfway through the night.
You holler out, "Hey, everything's not free no more."
Well, no, I was paying people. I went and I sent my bar manager to go to Walmart to buy a router. I called a competitor point of sale system.
Right then and there, you said,
"Yeah." I was like, "Hey, I'll put your system in my bar. I'll pay you $5,000. You come to the bar right now. You get the Wi-Fi set up. Figure it out. He comes up. The original point of sale guy was able to use my router and fix it and stuff. I'm still going to switch it, but it was a fucking nightmare. But all my staff, I was like, listen, we have those old green guest check, whatever, like when you take an order in the 90s at like an ice cream place. I said, that's it. Now,
and that's a true test to the fucking waitresses and waiters,
dude,
too.
my employees...
They can become extremely stressful.
Oh, my God. It was a fucking crazy nightmare. We did so good. Because every waitress... We've not been trained on this. They're abbreviating shit differently. Everybody is. So these tickets come in. We don't know what it says. So I'm running back and forth. I'm in the kitchen helping all the cooks. We had 3 cooks in the kitchen. Like, it was a fucking nightmare. Nobody knew it was a nightmare. No customers did. My employees smiling, doing great.
How many would you say of the people that showed up, it was just people you knew, no strangers?
I knew? Probably
Or
have.
that somebody that you knew?
Probably still have.
So there was strangers?
Yes.
That's badass.
And we did fine. And dude, honestly, I talked to them this morning. I had a meeting. I called them all in. I can't stress enough like how crazy it was. But it's because of like what we've been going through the last couple of weeks and like me paying them and training them and like telling them. Like they literally had my back. They didn't complain about it once. They were like, oh, fuck, the point of sale system's down. They're like, what do you need us to do? And
But you've probably led in such a charismatic way so far from the beginning. From every person, are they a lot of the old? Are a lot of them the employees from the previous owner?
No, I fired all them the day I bought it. Everybody.
Had they been out of work already?
No. So my bar manager was my competitor that I had come out on Saturday. It was his lead salesman. She came to sell me their point of sale system. Her name's Caitlin DeBoard.
And they fucked
Sandusky.
up.
No. I hired her during her pitch to sell me the point of sale system. She quit her job.
What?
At her job to come work for me.
That is huge.
Yeah. The salesman that sets everything up, everything. I just got to talking to her. She's my bar manager now.
See, that's how you know Kevin's going places. He fucking sells a salesman on a job on the spot.
Yeah, she was trying to pitch me the point of sale system.
He said, let me pitch you something different.
Yeah, and she's my right hand now. And yeah, my head cook.
That's what I was going to ask, too. Have you fucking dialed in on a manager?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's great.
That's her?
Yeah, she's great. My head cook, same thing. And I told everybody, I was like, don't quit your day job. We could be closing up shop in 2 or 3 months. I'm like, chill. And maybe some of them took it as like reverse psychology. I mean, I'm pretty narcissistic, but like I wasn't even doing reverse psychology. I was just like, yo, do not quit your fucking job.
You can't control when you're doing reverse psychology.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I read a lot of books. Like I just finished up the 48 Laws of Power for like the second time. Green Lights by Matthew
I only know
McConaughey.
about the law of attraction. It's the only one I know, and you see what I've been manifesting.
Yeah, dude. I
mean, ultimately, what you're saying is a very good thing to say because restaurant and bar business is right now in Forbes the most riskiest business to get into. So I mean, it's
dude. When you put that meme, where'd you even get the flag with the end cut off?
It was ripped off from the last owner. That's how much they didn't pay.
Did you see his post? Said when you open a bar thinking COVID's open and then it's not, and the sign just says "ope" because the end's chopped off of open.
Yeah,
it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's risky, but it's risky because of bad management.
But yeah, absolutely. And you know, if you have everything under control, and then the next question I was going to have for you is, to what extent, are the bartenders trained? Are we talking high class cosmopolitans, old fashioned Manhattan, or
like
just
if I walked up
typical...
and said fucking a crazy ass drink, are every one of your staff going to know it?
Not every one.
It doesn't matter. That's you can't go to the shoe and get that shit.
But we have systems in place for that because we have inexperienced people.
Yeah, and not only that. I mean, there's various ways you can handle that. They make these apps that you can download. Literally, press of a button, it shows you exactly how to make it in a minute. But so I mean,
what we're
I was just
talking
curious.
about though is if your business does succeed, it's inevitably going to gentrify that part of Sandusky. And Sandusky, it has to. It absolutely. I'm saying if there ends up being a Horts in every big tourist city, and then ends up being every little place in between too, that part of Sandusky is not that part of Sandusky anymore, and that would be badass.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
Unless, because then if that happens, and then we start seeing like homeless people in Sandusky visibly, then that would be your fault.
It would be my fault, yeah.
But it's not really your fault because just because they were the least ambitious and you were the most ambitious, it's not your fault.
Do you have some sort of system in place to measure over pours or under pours?
Yeah, so basically during the interview process...
I've left the conversation. The AIM door when it shuts, dude, I don't know what that means.
I remember that. That just like audibly put a sound memory in my head. Yeah. Oh, shit, man. You remember that? You just wait for that girl to get online?
Dude, yes, I do.
I was Geek and Peak 1. What was your...
My tag was Lil JP 1117, and then I had NLB Ball for Life.
Man Fresh 23.
That's your fucking gamer tag still, ain't it?
No, that's iPull 10. I've had that since I was fucking...
Why do I know
junior year.
L.A. Ball for Life? And like life was spelled
That's
with a
probably,
Y.
I think that's Aaron Hatfield.
NLB Ball for Life. And
No.
the Y, or the Life was a Y, yeah.
Yeah, so that was your old gamer tag then or something.
No, this
No,
is
no.
AIM. You
AIM.
must
How
have
do I
had
know
him.
that it was a Y then? Where do I know that from?
You
Has to
seem
be
like a guy
AIM.
that would have had Yahoo, though. I'm surprised you had AOL Instant Messenger.
No, we had AIM.
You heard him just say he recognizes that sound. That's
Yeah.
classic
I know,
to
I'm surprised.
yeah.
That's what I mean. He
We
seems
used to
like a
log
Yahoo
into
guy.
it. Mr. Pack, rest in peace.
Oh my goodness.
Seriously, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I cried when I heard that.
John
Yeah, dude.
honestly probably did cry.
Yeah,
I
honest, dude, I got into so many political debates with them, and never did we get mad at each other. We always ended it so
That's what
professional
America's
and love.
supposed to be about.
Yes, man.
It's because you're
every
allowed
time.
to disagree, and you don't have to agree, and like you don't have to get off with shaking hands and fucking being angry. You just talk to somebody and be like, "Damn, that's how they think."
I'm willing to
It's
go out
fine.
on a limb to say that man knew everything. Like he was so damn smart, man.
That's what
Just-
Kevin's kind of saying.
was
He
a
had some wild
He
political
was a very
ideologies.
genuine person.
Too nice.
Yeah, some weren't realistic, but
That's what I mean. Too nice. though.
Absolutely.
Anything he believed that was unrealistic was out of like over generosity.
If I had a question about something, whether it be life, maybe not political, I might not go to him for political, but in life, I feel like I could be very confident walking up to him and asking him a
yeah, because
question.
he would always round it off to like what you should do and
Yeah.
basically figure out yourself. He was great.
Rest in peace, man.
I want to say the one thing that stands out to me though about the whole bar thing was a Snap story that I saw.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold that thought. Write it down. I want to answer your thing for the overpouring. Just
Yeah.
out of respect, you asked that. So yeah, I have a bar management system. It's called Bar Patrol, and we
Nice.
have a Bluetooth scale. So all the open bottles, I can just spot check people. I can after their shift, I can just spot check like 4 or 5 bottles. I mean, I still do inventory. At the start, I'll do inventory probably daily. At worst, every other day. I mean, most bartender or more bar owners do it once a month, once a quarter. It's fucking outrageous. That's why they fail. But most of the time, it's not even people being malicious employees and stealing. It's just they don't know anybody.
They don't know how to pour yet.
Yeah, so I'll like pull four bottles, and like I said, I do the Jaeger. I just put it on that Bluetooth scale. It goes to my app, and it's like, oh, like it's 12 ounces down. You know, each bottle it has 1 liter has 22.5 ounces. So then I'll look at the point of sale system, and let's say they're down 10 ounces. I'll be like, well, you only sold 2 ounces of Jameson. Mm-hmm. Where's the other 8? And maybe they made a mixed drink that wasn't in the recipe, so they just whatever. But and then we can have that conversation. But also like interview process, like I have jiggers that inexperienced people. And the interview, because a lot of bartenders are like, oh, I've been bartending for 10 years. Like I could just free pour. Absolutely not. Show me. I want I just get empty glasses. I'm gonna give me 1.5 ounce.
Did you ask
And
how
then
he controls
you like
the
do a
metrics?
couple, do a couple with your pop, and then give me a couple with the jigger, and let me see how close they are.
Yeah, that's it.
So wait, was the original question that how are you making sure that your bartenders aren't like
Are
giving too
overpouring.
much alcohol for
Yeah.
the
That is
dollar?
the number one loss in profit.
No,
in
because I'm
bars is-
telling you right
100%.
now, bro. Listen, we were just in Vegas, and Derek Saban.
God damn it, Kevin! If you overtalk me one more time.
Oh, didn't mean to.
Shut your mouth.
But anyways, go ahead.
Go ahead though.
I'm just saying. So if you're talking about a bottle of Crown,
Yeah.
if you get it at a liquor store around here, it's like maybe like $18 or something.
Right.
Maybe 22. You get it at a bar in Las Vegas, it's $175 because they're measuring it by like the shot, and
Right.
that's what I mean. You like come up so hard because if you're buying it wholesale, I imagine you get it better for than what I would get it at the liquor store for the 22.
When you have any kind of commercial contract, it's way less.
That's what I mean. So the liquor, the shots alone, bro, and if you market yourself as a luxury spot, now you can charge $6-7 for a double of
Yeah,
whiskey.
I don't want luxury bitches in my bar though.
Wow.
We're looking for them thotties, bitch.
I took your vision there already in my head.
I don't care for.
You could have one spot in Vegas where the prices are like that.
I just have a pretty distant relative that is in the bar business, and he does really, really well. So, I mean, I just
Good.
know a decent amount about it. So, I mean,
Yeah. So how does he do good?
the same kind of way. I mean, he takes very good care of his employees, makes sure they're well experienced, makes sure nobody's overserved. He manages his liquor. He does basically everything you're saying.
Yeah, dude, it's the explanation. Guys, listen, the overpouring, I don't want that, so we got to use jiggers. Oh, I've been bartending for 10 years. Okay, well, show me the drinks, okay? And they're all the way overpouring. I'm like, all right, shut up. And then we could redo this. I'll do this every day with you before you start your shift. If you come in within a 100% accuracy, like I'm talking about over. So that means if I wanted 1.5 ounces and he did just 2 ounces 10 times, I would let him free pour. But they're so off that even they humble themselves.
You've tested it and they are not good.
Well, no, some of them are phenomenal. Some of them don't use jiggers. I will say that. But some of them humble themselves out and they're like, oh shit, okay, I'll use a jigger for a while.
So that's so badass that you give them a chance to
I
show
paid for a
and prove.
mixologist. The mixologist is going to come in and they're all going to get mixology certificates, and that's more marketable. They can go to an upscale restaurant.
Yes, you're helping them with their resume.
Yeah. I'm going to pay for that. They can get that certification. Same thing with my cook managers. The Serve Safe stuff, the Serve Safe manager. Now they're more marketable to go apply somewhere. Richard Branson, treat them, train them good enough to where they can leave, or train and pay them good enough to
That's honestly the way it should be.
And that's the kind of beauty in it too, because you're kind of setting it up for just that broad spectrum scale of customers.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just having those guys that just want to come and give me a goddamn Busch Light, please. You have those people that might walk in and be like, hey man, I want a old fashioned extra bitters or something, something like that. That's a little more upscale. They're going to have that certification.
They know what you're talking about. That's how you gentrify an area, because there's like some. That's
my target audience.
What?
My target audience is 20, 30, 40-year-old, like younger professionals. Military gets a discount. First responders get a discount. Healthcare workers get a discount.
And that's what I mean. Your demographic does not align with your current location.
It doesn't, but it doesn't ostracize the current location.
No, it doesn't. That's what I mean, though.
Whereas they used to have key card systems. You had to pay to be a member, and there was...
Is it right near that CVS? Am I thinking of the right part of town?
No, it's right next to 7-Eleven.
Oh, right next to that 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and it's right next to it's like 2 blocks away from the doghouse. The doghouse just had like 2 shootings last
Is that
month.
a bar?
Yeah. But there's only one ingress and egress from the doghouse, so I would never walk in there anyway.
Because there's not a good way to get out if something
goes wrong. There's only one door to get in and out of the whole bar.
That shouldn't even be a fire marshal allowance, right?
Yeah.
Is there any kind of system you're going to put in place, whether it be a bouncer or something that might carry a weapon just in case something like this happens?
Because I don't know. Michelle said not to talk about that.
The lawyer?
No. Yeah, we have guns. If people bring guns in there, there's guns there. That'll stop them.
Good.
I don't know who's carrying them, but
I mean, it's always a difficult conversation. It's alcohol and guns,
yeah.
So it becomes a very difficult conversation.
No, yeah, there will be sober people with guns there.
Yeah, good.
We don't know who they are. I don't know who they are, but yeah. I mean, we will have bouncers for the first open weeks because my first bartender I hired is 37 years old. She lives on the street that tees off to Camp Street. 37 years old. She's never walked foot in this bar. The old owner was like, "Oh, to keep the riffraff out, let's keep the black people out." So I was like, let's call a spade a spade. That's what it was. I mean, for a long time, they wouldn't even allow blacks to have a key card there. So I have to overcome that obstacle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
A key card.
Yeah. That's the hardest
thing. They wouldn't
thing.
even sell it to them.
And that's so stupid because, I mean, geez, you can't. That's lessening your profit margin. You can't do that.
No, yeah.
That's actually fucked up.
They would have and they had weird menus like green beans and baked potatoes.
You know what I'm
it was just old retirees coming in there for a $12 meal, drinking Diet Cokes until 8 p.m. and then leaving. So
you guys got a hungry man on the menu that you can throw in the microwave.
That's going to be fucking hard to turn around.
They were closing at 9 or 10 on Fridays and Saturday nights.
Anyone really experienced in the food cost portion of the business?
Food cost?
Yeah, I mean that can be very stressful in food cost.
Oh yeah, so I haven't even shopped around for that because for the first couple months I'm gonna take a loss. I'm gonna stick with Atlantic Distributors because without them I wouldn't be open. They hooked me up with an actual private chef and told me make a menu of everything you can dream and want that you would want to be at your bar, and then we'll cook it for you. We'll build a recipe. That way you're.
Is it all fire?
It's fire. I'm telling you, everyone that came into the bar on Saturday night, I gave them 2 pieces of paper that I typed out. Everything that we will offer that's not there yet because it wasn't we don't have our signs up yet, but they will be this week. Shit like that, like more stools, more seating, the pool table and the shelf. The pool table just got there today, so that wasn't there Saturday. So I said, what we will have and what we will have once we're open, entertainment, DJs, trivia nights, single ladies nights, yada yada. And then there was a third thing, but then also I gave a big speech about me. But I gave him a suggestion sheet. We had 80 pieces of paper, 80 suggestion sheets. Obviously, some people didn't even leave suggestions. So we had 80 alone just of suggestion sheets. And we went through all those. Every single person said the food was amazing. Now,
I love it.
Now, I will say, though, there's one cook that was super. He was like, Kevin, like I've been in the industry, but like I don't want to be on the grill or the griddle. I can fuck up appetizers and fryer. Like let me do that. Let me be that guy, the appetizer guy. I said, absolutely, that's fine. And like 10 minutes into the soft open, I was like, you're on grill. That's it. It's just you. And he burnt the fuck out of everything. He burnt the fuck out of everything.
But he told you he didn't want to be on.
But he knows his places. And he gets stuck like that. It kind of happens.
I said, keep going. And I came back in, like 20 minutes later, said, everyone's burger's coming back. I made him recook them. I said, keep going, you know. And then the rest of the night, he was on grill and cooked phenomenal burgers.
See, he just learned. You just had to fuck up a couple times and be like, shit, I don't want to fuck up like that again. And learn.
That shit was in you before opening.
Are you putting any effort into the actual plating of the food to make it actually look upscale by any chance? Because, I mean, like, you think a picture like a Topgolf.
Yeah.
It's just you're swinging golf balls, but they present these beautiful dishes.
No, not really. I don't want to be considered a restaurant that serves beer. I want to be a bar that serves food.
Nice.
So
I love that.
But we doubled down on the quality, though. So, like, I mean, the chef hooked me up. He built the menu, so I'm like, fuck it. I won't even shop around, at least for a while, you know, because they helped me. Without them, honestly, I wouldn't be open yet.
Right.
So I was like, all right, you guys got my loyalty.
Menu.
Yeah, I was like, I'll fuck around and get some fresh produce, you know, somewhere locally from like Mashari Brothers or something, but just so it's fresh. But I said, I will not shop around. When that becomes an issue, I'll shop around because you guys, I owe you.
Right.
But presenting, honestly, we got like 5 comments. It was too much food. So
yeah.
We didn't present it right. I mean, no one said anything at all. It looks fucked up. It's just baskets
Just
with the
portion
paper.
sizing?
Yeah, like there was just so much food.
Yeah.
So just cut back on portions.
Yeah. We scaled it down. I have them pre-measuring like appetizers and fries. Like we're weighing them out on the scale. Everyone's getting like 6 ounces of this, 8 ounces of that. Yeah, presenting it? No, not really. I mean, no. I just don't want to be a restaurant.
Right, that's the Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse.
And I guess this would be my final question in terms of the actual bar, but I know your bar's fairly unique, and I won't say fairly, it definitely is unique, and it's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait to go. But how many seats in the bar?
What's the fire marshal limit?
So the fire marshal exceeds probably what I'll ever have in there. Right now we can seat 64 people.
Awesome.
If I paid, I do have to buy more stools and better quality stools. Like that was part of the typing out like what we will have. Like right now the stools suck ass, the chairs suck ass. It's just like even bulk buying comfortable quality stools is like $50-$60 a stool. So like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to do it right now. We'll see if it like is successful, and then people are like,
right.
"Oh, damn, these stools suck." I'm like, "Absolutely, let's do it. Let's buy it." So,
dude, that's the number one complaint I get in my store is these chairs suck.
Yeah, I'll wait until like we start turning a profit and then to do it. I'm not gonna like dump all this money up front and then be like, "Oh, well, that was not a good call." But yeah, so we can. If I stool it out the way I want to after the shelf's built and everything, we could probably seat like 70 butts, 72 butts.
Do you plan on doing a decent amount of live bands or anything, or just?
Yeah. We're gonna have live music. BMI, shout out to you, BMI. Not they were like, oh, entertainment license. You need that for live music. Fuck you. If you're wanting to start a bar, you don't need an entertainment license. But yeah, we'll do live music. They try to get their money because like cover bands. They pretend like they pay like if you came in with a cover band and played like a Nirvana song,
they were gonna pay Nirvana for royalty.
BMI fronts is like they pay all these bands royalties.
But isn't it
I'm
true
like, how the fuck do you know what band's coming in here to play music?
Don't you have to pay something similar though to pay the stuff in the?
I pay that already for Touch Tunes.
For the bar.
Yeah,
the bar
That's
music.
why you can play any song in my bar at Touch Tunes.
So you already own that.
Yeah, well I don't own it, but yeah, I have rights to it. It's like $40 a month, whatever.
Yeah, I'm saying Nirvana's getting their cut of your bar, so fuck that.
From Touch Tunes,
not Kurt Cobain. You know.
Yeah, no, he's
Kurt's not.
Dude, he hasn't cashed a check in a minute.
It's been a while.
To check in on him.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's fucking weird.
But yeah, I mean, you said 3,000 square feet, correct?
Yeah,
that's
like 29.
Pretty good size. I mean, because I've been to some small bars, man, and they'll have these live music, and it just fucking blows you away, and it's just almost too much. So I'm glad you got that square footage. That's awesome.
I mean, see, and I know what bands you're talking about are like bars. My bar is not that bar. Like the live music for us will probably be like an acoustic guy, just because the way the layout is.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do it. We could pull it off probably fine. I probably won't have like the amps and the drum set. I mean, I love that shit, but it's just not.
It'd be too much for Horts.
It doesn't make sense.
The majority of, I'll say
95%.
95% of live rock bands that I've seen at a bar are far too overbearing.
Yeah, and it's just too much. It's like that's a lot of extra. It's just.
I mean, you're like, hey, can I get another drink? It's fucking like, oh my goodness.
No, yeah, it'll be like chill, but Yeah, we have like trivia nights, theme nights, a lot of shit.
I love this fucking idea, man. That's fucking awesome.
Yep, I cannot wait to go.
Yeah,
I
super
won't fail.
excited
I won't
for you.
fail, and like we'll be successful.
Honestly, and the thing about Kevin is entrepreneurs. If you're talking about it, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail 2, probably 3 times. He's fucking got that shit out of the way. I believe
Kind of, yeah.
it's time for him to succeed.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, a lot of other bar owners, pizza owners came out Saturday night. I was surprised.
They wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah, Pizza Boys owner came out. Pizza House West came out.
That's gonna
Grinders
happen.
came out. Like the bar or.
Do you guys
the owner
have
of-
pizza on the menu?
No. But like they just came out to check it out, and I was like, "Hey guys, while you're here, I want to work on some cross promotion." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Marketing. You know, I'm trying to figure out a way to where I can give customers a discount if they prove to me or show me that they bought something from your business. You know, and like I wanted to say receipt, but I feel like that would like be like, "Hey, I want to see your prices."
Yeah.
Which I could just go there and see their prices, though, so maybe they wouldn't take it.
It would
but
be so easy to send any
every single one
random
of them
person in there.
were
yeah.
so receptive, and I was like, yeah, maybe like if they take a photo and show me, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think it out, and like I'm still working on it, but all the business owners were like, that's so great. And like that's a little reverse psychology. It's like, yo, I'm looking out for your guys' businesses. I want to push.
I'm not here to fuck anybody's style up. I just am trying to join the community.
Yeah, I wanna push them out, and like yeah.
No matter what, if new competition comes in and it's new and it's youthful, everyone's going to scout. They're going to see what they're dealing with. I mean,
I'm
especially
saying-
some of these bars that have been around for so long, it gets rough. Yeah, everyone's going to scout.
But in a town like Sandusky, where you have honestly, a worldwide attraction in Cedar Point, that's not like a light thing. You have a big opportunity here with what you have.
Yeah, there's 2 apartments there too, so it's like Airbnb.
Wait, you have living spaces included in what your mortgage is for this place?
Yeah, there's 2-bedroom bathroom or 2-bedroom apartments, 1 bath, 2-bedroom.
You've
1
got
bath.
to renovate them to the most like outlandish, like unique.
They are amazingly renovated. They were just renovated like 6 months
Yeah,
ago.
but make
Awesome.
them have like a certain theme.
Please
to
tell me
it.
there's exposed brick and ductwork in these apartments.
Not really.
Because I mean, most of those buildings in Sandusky, man, some of the
Beautiful.
apartments are gorgeous.
So that building that we have is from 1870.
I really wish I
It
would
was
have
a
been able
meat.
to
It
come
was a
see
meat
it.
place. And the original menus, I kept them from the last owner. He has a picture circa 1880 when it was a meat shop, like a bunch of kids outside. And I actually have. There's a sign that my girls, like all the bartenders, were like, "Oh, don't hang that shit," because they just want beer signs. I'm like, whatever, it's cool. But the old owner kept it.
Is it a Holocaust joke?
No, well, I could be. I'll segue into a Holocaust joke. I got the greatest
No,
Holocaust
you
jokes.
cannot.
Why? Are you
I was
Jewish?
just saying because that's how we lost Tommy, and you know that's how we lost Tommy.
I was not even that mean to Tommy all the time.
You
I made
just
a little comments.
You made one joke, and
Which
that
one?
was too much.
Which one?
I forget what you told me you said, but you called proud about it, and then we didn't hear from Tommy no more.
Yeah, I was about checked out from that anyway. Though.
I
I'm
was
just saying
gonna
you
ask.
gotta live and you gotta learn.
I was
dude.
going to ask, but I don't think I want to know.
Dude,
No, that's not
Something
an on-air
seems
thing,
criminal.
yeah.
dude, it was pretty risque. I
Kevin's just honestly, I told you, he's never given a fuck. He just
No.
is. He's like unapologetically,
Yeah.
totally authentic. To
Yeah, like if you're
himself
not
at
family
all
or
times.
someone that I would just like wake up out of a dead sleep for and drive to you at 3 a.m., it doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. Your thoughts, what you heard, it doesn't matter because you don't. I don't know.
Would you drive out of a dead sleep for me?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, not Johnny. Not that I'm Johnny. It's just we're not that close, which is cool.
But
It's
if I was
cool.
like, bro, me and John's car broke down, like
Yeah.
we're in danger,
Yeah.
bro. Could you please come get us?
yeah.
I'm
See,
kind of a
I
man.
got you, bro.
I'm
But it's
kind
not
of
even
a-
that like I've spent more time with him. I mean, technically we spent
You
more
probably
time.
don't even have. You
I'm
probably don't
kind of a
even have
man
his
that
number.
I stand on my own 2 feet. I'll be all right.
I just don't know Johnny like that yet. So it's
You
like,
do have Kevin Thomas's phone number in your contacts?
I do not.
See,
Exactly.
so
So
that's
it's just-
fair.
I don't even
Yeah.
think we're friends on Facebook, Snapchat, or anything.
yeah.
He
it's-
honestly is a cool dude.
I don't doubt that.
It's not that I wouldn't. It's just
No,
we've
I
never
know.
got to that
It's
point
the
yet.
universe didn't put it up there until right
Yeah.
this second.
What did you ask before you said the racist joke though?
I don't know. Let's move on to the racist joke.
I can't think of that.
I forget what he really just
Oh
said.
no, the sign. So yeah, this is a Holocaust joke. There are original receipts from beer distributors when this became a bar after Prohibition, like original ones, signed
should
with
be
ink
worth
pen
something at the-
and like stained with coffee or whatever. And there's like 50.
Are
of
they
them.
framed?
And- yes. And some of my patrons on Saturday were like, "Yo, you should get a copy of that, hang that, and then keep the original somewhere else." It's beautiful.
Could be worth a decent amount of money.
Maybe But yeah, it was from like Dorner's beer.
Number one, whoever told you to make a copy and hang the copy, fuck them.
Why?
Hang the originals.
But they were like, we don't want like, you know, a drunk guy to get like shoved into it.
Hang it behind the bar where it's like.
That's what I said.
I mean, that's like the perfect place when you think about it in
listen.
Sandusky. I mean, there was so much smuggling of alcohol from Canada during the Prohibition, you know.
I didn't even know about that.
The hottest bar in Willard since I've been alive was the Tin Shed, okay? And they had dollar bills that if somebody died or you just wanted to write like I love you or whatever, like Kevin loves Chelsea, like and put it up there, whatever.
You Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like as an example, you could write that on a dollar bill and they would pin it up on the wall. And like me and all my friends like wrote one for Jacob.
All my friends and I.
Yeah, all my friends and I wrote one for Jacob, and then somebody broke in and stole all the ones off the wall. So it was like
I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of a tacky thing in a bar. I've never been a real big fan.
I've always hated that. No one I've ever met hates it as much as I do. Like I don't even hate it that much, but like everyone was like, "Oh, I like it." I've never heard anyone else say they don't like it. I just don't like it.
I'm not a big fan.
It looks stupid to me.
It looked horrible in Wolfie's, and Wolfie's is a
there,
very successful bar, of course.
But if they're
and
doing it,
they got rid of theirs. They took all of it down, put it in frames, and then started putting it on the walls to be decoration. But
yeah, because they hated it.
It was fucking hideous.
You should frame the dollar bills. It's way cooler.
So instead of dollar bills, we have a pay it forward wall. That's not implemented yet, but it will be. It's blank coasters, and you can buy a beer and then write something on it. And then people can go to that wall and look at it and then find one that they'll do. So, for example, like this one's for an Afghanistan veteran or something. Or sing your favorite song to a bartender.
Oh, and you'll
like
go
that.
claim it.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, I could do that one. And you pull it off and then you do it.
So you can come to this bar and just get a free drink just by fucking doing one of those things.
Yeah.
And there's people out there who are broke and have that free spirit attitude that would love that bar because they're gonna come every time and get fucking like 6 free drinks because they're gonna do all the
we're gonna have a United States of America map because like fuck foreigners, but America right here, right? And then that's gonna be locked. And then like if you could show us an ID from somewhere else or like proof that you were from there, we'll open it and then put like a pin in there.
Also, imagine all the people drunk. Okay, how many times have I been in this position at a bar where I go up, I order a drink, I'm like a double shot of Jack and a Bud Lights for me and my girl.
Yeah.
And then they tell me the total, and I like open my wallet up, and I'm out of money.
Right.
And now what? I freaking run to this room you're talking about, do a couple of the challenges, and
that's it.
Get my order, and that's that.
That's it. You know.
That's genius, Kev. Yeah.
That'll set us apart, and then the map will set us apart. The beer games will set us apart.
I think it's gonna get.
Everybody.
It's honestly my prediction for this is it blows up bigger than your wildest imagination, but it ends in a ball of fire.
Dude, I've been humbled out by business. I've lost a lot, but I truly
it's gonna get out of control. I truly think
that like this place isn't big enough for our ideas. It's just not. At a certain point, we have to stop adding shit.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm saying unless you make enough revenue to open more in better cities, and
just out of my people that I invited, maybe a quarter of them showed up, and
that's just like basic half of everybody
sales data,
else's.
But like I'm telling you, like the people that were just texting me and texting my bar manager and other bartenders because they saw all of us post on Facebook and Snapchat, they were like, "Holy fuck, is it open?" I'm not even gonna market the grand opening. I can't.
I was gonna ask, like
we're actually gonna silent open on Thursday.
Oh, nice. Because I was gonna ask. So
you're marketing it right now.
If there was like a specific date, but yeah, keep that under wraps. Just I definitely want to go.
We've been telling people like, Friday the 13th, August, but we're just gonna soft open on Thursday. I'm just gonna put the open sign out and the open A-frame with some girl decorations.
Wait, it's on the 13th.
It was originally, but we're just going to open the doors Thursday.
It's Friday. This Friday's
13th?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man.
But you're going to do it on Thursday just because.
Yeah. Yeah, because, the day I bought the bar was actually my birthday, July 2nd. And when we got back from the lawyer's office, the neighbor's tree had fallen all the way across my parking lot and blew my whole fence down. And there's a black cat that lives in, the garage behind me.
Dead.
And then Friday the 13th, and it's everything that happened for the soft opening on Friday was a fucking bloodbath. I lost all those thousands on their soft opening, so I'm like, hopefully it's just out of the way.
Everything you just said is meaningful.
I actually can come, but I just can't drink, so I'll definitely be there.
Honestly, John,
because I gotta drive to Minnesota the next morning. Or Jesus, Missouri.
I just have to say,
I thought you were gonna drive.
This is totally unrelated to this podcast specifically. I've never been so proud of my homeboy over here to the left.
Yeah, what are you super sober now? 100%?
This weekend I had a few drinks just because it was the whole mud volleyball thing, but I haven't had basically.
But he's
I haven't
clearly better off because if he didn't have a drink the whole time, we've been sitting here for an hour and 15 minutes, and he's had total chances to drink many whiskeys.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
Busch
I really
Lights.
want to prepare. You know, of course, I am getting a new job. I'm moving out of state, and
Has that been confirmed?
well, I have now 3 offers on the
just
table.
trying.
I'm going to Missouri to get my 4th offer to see which is going to give me the
jeez.
Move
best.
to
So
Missouri. I'd love to visit.
just south of Kansas
St.
City.
Louis.
You know, I got a bunch of these. Now, right now, it's 3, 6-figure offers, and I'm hoping that Grandview gets over top of even further that 6-figure. So
You can't ask him questions. You have to freaking listen to our previous episodes to figure out how he got here, Kevin.
But
I do. I
Just
heard
kidding.
some.
but anyways, I'm moving because I had my own business with my family, and family business doesn't always work out. Different ideas,
Right.
whatever. So I just kind of taken my own path. I won't speak the bad blood with me and my family, but the market that I'm in is the industry I'm in is very niche. And it's very high paid. Hazmat packaging and testing it, and it's just there's not certifying officials with the Department of Transportation walking the street every day.
Probably the
Right.
youngest
Pretty
professional
much-
at his level in the country.
yeah.
I am the youngest certifying official in the nation right now.
I love it.
And I've been in this position now since I was 24. And it takes a long time to become one of those. I didn't get it until like 2019. It took me that many years to become a certifying official. But, anyways,
You gonna finish it
pretty
or
much,
not?
pretty much every single facility that I had contacted, man, they're just like, yeah, we want to get you on here. We want to have a Zoom call, come see our facility. And so far, I have 3 offers, and I got to get my 4th this weekend.
What happens to the podcast?
Kevin and I, we'll figure out something.
It'll be fine. Honestly, it'll be a Zoom oriented thing with David filling in live.
Love that.
I did talk to David, and I had mentioned to him, take it over, be, AA with Dave and Kev, but Dave said, fuck you.
He wants to have a different. Maybe it'll just be AA with John and Kev with me and John on a Zoom, and then
Well, it's a lot different.
me
We can
and Dave with a different podcast.
we can do this so much different. I've seen so many podcasts on the internet that I can record myself sitting in my office in my
Yeah.
apartment, and then I could send you
We
all
could
the
be
audio.
just
and-
FaceTiming while we do it and
Yeah.
tie it up later. It'll be
Yeah.
fine. But what we are
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to really do is we want to have a sports podcast. We want to have
I had this entire
podcast,
thing
that
mapped out.
podcast. If you have ideas for a podcast, come to us and you can use this studio. You know what I mean? And that's what I want this to ultimately become is Clinton Street Studios, that's where we started out. That's what we call that's our brand. So to
Once it
speak.
actually creates a lot of traction and we build that kind of brand, that's when we're going to start the LLC to house and umbrella all these different kind of spin-off podcasts. We had one we wanted to do called Last Resort Sports. That's all about sports when it's in season. What chance do the fucking Browns have? Fucking zero. And then we
It's
wanted
just hard
to do
find dedicated individuals to fill the roles.
right, and
Right.
we also wanted to do something as simple as Throwback Thursday. On Thursday, we talk about old music from high school days or whatever the case may be. Just any idea
love that.
imaginable.
So obsessed with this.
It's just if we could quit. I mean, he already did. I don't know, but if I could just quit my 9 to 5, we could get some stuff rolling. But that's the thing. You just make excuses after you've been working for 8 hours, and that's my problem.
Dude, Jim Carrey says it best.
I drive to the houses, and I
Did you ever
write the
did you
$1
ever
million
hear Jim
check to
Carrey's
myself.
speech though for that consummation at the college? He talked about his father. His father was the greatest comedian he's ever known, Jim Carrey, and that's the only reason he became a comedian because his dad was so good that he wanted people to see the remnants of his dad. But his dad didn't make a lot of money doing comedy fast enough, so he became an accountant. He got fired from that job when he was an accountant. When Jim Carrey was 12 years old, so they became homeless and all this shit.
Damn, I didn't know he was actually homeless.
Yeah. He lived in Canada and shit, and he said that you can fail with what you don't like doing, so you might as well take a chance
Or shot.
Yeah,
chance.
a chance at what you do love doing, because he got fired from that accounting job, and
Anyway,
they were homeless.
he
anyway.
might as well have tried to be the
Yeah,
fucking
dude, and
comedian,
that's-
because then he could have been Jim fucking Carrey, $100 million man. You know what I mean?
100% sure. The salary doesn't bother me. I mean, I still do so phenomenal at Geico. I could become a state manager. I could be the youngest state manager right now in history. I was part of the Golden Share Club. I got a chance to meet Warren Buffett because he owns Berkshire Hathaway. He owns Geico.
Did you shake his hand?
He also,
No, I didn't get a chance because of COVID. So I was supposed to, and then COVID happened. So I didn't get to physically meet him, but I was still Gold Share Club. But it doesn't bother me. Like, money, I'm telling you, I'm serious. It took me a long time to realize this, and I say that as 28, but money is not the most important thing. Because, like, only a couple laps around the sun, that's all we all got. When I'm 70 or 80, I don't care that I made $100,000 at 27 working for Geico.
It all comes back to Gary.
No, I'm going to look back and be like, dude, I created the biggest bar in Geico right now, and now it's a franchise, or something like that.
The biggest bar in what?
Sandusky.
You said Geico.
You
said the biggest bar in Geico,
they knew it.
bro.
Worked for Geico. Sorry.
No, I know. It's just funny how you mixed that up, dude. That was
literally
hilarious.
on one of the old episodes I've been going through, and I've been just listening just to see what we were when we first started.
I almost did that the other
day. And we ran into this little game we were playing, and somebody was like, you just named a totally different country, like, and I accidentally said, like, yeah, like fucking Europe, and Europe's a fucking country.
No, dude, Garrett Hall and Caleb Logan, we did like a trivia with them on it. And
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
The questions we asked were so fucking easy, and they knew none of them, bro.
Dude, yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
I listened like the first 13 minutes of that one. That was like the first one I actually listened to off of Caleb's phone.
That one, like, we all had to spend the night, bro, because we fucking got way
Caleb
too
literally drank basically
Somebody
2
puked
full bottles.
right there, right?
Yeah, Caleb did. He drank 2 full bottles of Captain Morgan because that was the prize for winning the game was a bottle, and they brought their own bottle.
And they still drank it.
I love that.
Fucking no way they won.
Like, we did a New Year's Eve episode. Maybe we just did a bunch of shit in the first season.
Honestly, it's been so fucking fun. I can't wait to talk to you later, like when we've all like grown. That's going to be the best part about this is the fact that it's going to exist forever online on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, and we'll be able to like look back and like how we were thinking and stuff. It'll probably be as cringy as our memories on Facebook from like 2008.
Dude, those aren't that cringy. Are you gonna hit me with anything with The Office real quick?
I just feel like, no, we've been going for like an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually one of our really long episodes.
Super
Why?
long. It's going to be a big one.
You guys let the guests ramble too long. What's on you?
No, this is really good. This is a really good episode.
It only goes this long if it's organic. Otherwise, we would have wrapped
That's why
it
I
up
said
earlier.
when we were just talking about what, we'd go to, after talking about the bar and everything, I was like, we've kind of just freelanced and it works perfectly.
And with you, it's, no
Very
doubt.
easy.
We could go for 5 hours. You're fucking what's his name?
The most interesting man in the world?
No, that fucking crazy ass guy that used to have his own TV channel till he got banned from Facebook.
Mr. Rogers?
No. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm lost on that.
We're fine. We can sign out of
But
this.
anyways, yeah, I think this is a good time to wrap it up. Kev, thanks for coming on.
What's the address to your bar and shit?
1040 Camp Street.
1040 Camp Street. That's
Make
got
sure
a ring to
you,
it.
if you're in Sandusky on this Thursday, make a little stop in and see what's going on. And
Got to.
It's going to be awesome, man. I'm definitely going to be there. I'm going to stop in. It's going to be cool to see. So, Kev, if you want to throw out a handle, anything, Twitter, just to show them where you're at.
That is Pornhub.com/blonde.
I love it.
Yes.
But anyways, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Peace.